We have been trying to get this together for 2 hours and 18 minutes. Hey, Phantom friends! So this video, is a long time in the making, but we are finally getting around to it. Today, my friends Evie, who you have already seen in a couple of videos so far, and my friend Catherine, who is brand new to joining us here on the channel. They're going to be joining me for a special Phantom of the Opera version of Smash or Pass. And we're gonna kind of go over how we're doing this real fast. We are not doing this based on the appearance of the actor, because we ain't superficial like that. We ain't about that life. So what we're actually doing is the sexiness of the way that this particular actor portrayed the Phantom. We're really saying, is this particular Phantom, does he make you just... I can think of so many euphemisms right now, but none of them are PG-13 enough for this channel. So,
just this, just
yeah. Would you smash or would you pass? You know, so this is purely about their performance as the Phantom. Is their interpretation of the Phantom worthy of a smash or a pass? So don't come at me about, this is not about physical appearance. So let us begin. Now we're starting here with Michael Crawford. We all know him as the very first Phantom. And there's going to be a couple of surprise ones in here that you guys probably haven't heard of, but these two girls are some of my oldest friends, and they've been on the Phantom journey with me since practically the beginning. So let us start with Michael Crawford.
Hearing is believing, music is deceiving, hard as lightning, soft as candlelight. Dare you trust the music of the night?
All right. Thoughts, ladies?
smash. I mean, that's kind of easy.
For me, with Michael Crawford, I think it's actually kind of a pass.
Really?
What? I know that sounds kind of crazy, for, him being the very, first, but, I don't know. Maybe I just know too much about him as a person, and I just find him adorable. Like, he's, I don't know. I know that sounds nuts coming from me, but anyway, Catherine, what are your thoughts? Catherine is frozen.
I'm all for smashing.
You're all for smashing?
Yeah.
So I'm the only pass on that one. I mean, I don't know.
It's so funny that you're the only pass.
Right? Maybe I'm just really picky or something. I don't know. Maybe it's partially
Didn't
just...
expect you to do that.
All right, so next we have Ramin Karimloo.
Away from the garish light of day. Turn your thoughts away from cold, unfeeling light.
So, I don't think there's not much. Really? I think there's not much question for me. That one's a smash for me, actually. This is really interesting how this is just going the complete opposite way.
I don't know, it sounded like, in my opinion, it sounded like, I don't know, forced or something, so
Really.
Yeah, like
Honestly,
effort.
Ramin is probably one of my favorite Phantoms in the end. We'll
See,
get
I
to
love Michael
my.
Crawford. So
See, I love Michael Crawford, but I don't know about his. I like his voice, but at the same time, I don't find it sexy. Now, Ramin Karimloo, I did find the voice actually. So, but that's just me. Okay. So, next on the list is of course Gerard Butler. Now,
I've
I
had dreams
mean,
about him.
oh, well, I think we know what Catherine is going to be saying. So,
But that's not the point of the game.
in case we need a refresher.
Intoxication. Touch
We've all seen this film 400 times, but
savor each sensation.
what's
I
one
actually
more?
watched it the other day. So
Okay. So, Catherine, you've pretty much already given your opinion, but
Smash. I think he's got one of the best pull away mask moments for me.
your camera keeps freezing.
Before I had dreams about him.
Oh, man. I mean, you know, I I I think it's a smash for me too, and that would shock a lot of people because I have a very big love-hate relationship with the movie. But for what they were going for, um it in the film I think it worked. He was my first Phantom, and I always thought he was hot from the very beginning, and it hasn't really changed. And I don't know why people hate on his voice so much. I did not think it was bad.
I didn't either, and he didn't come from a singing
Oh, I liked
background.
it.
So
Yeah, like all
you
three of
know,
us come from a singing background, with plenty of vocal training, and so I feel like we have fairly valid opinions in that. But everybody's
Yeah.
different.
I like it. I like the tone. It's like almost kind of rock, gravelly kind of stuff. It's stuff I like anyway. So
Right. And I feel
you
like
know,
that's kind of like the Phantom doesn't necessarily have to be like super like your typical opera baritone or tenor or whatever. I feel like there's just room for as long as his voice gives you chills, I or just he in general gives you chills, I feel like that's the point.
yeah.
So, it's not that
Yeah.
he has to be a legitimate opera singer. Now, Christine, on the other hand, does. But, you know, so we're all pretty much smash on this
Oh
one.
yeah, smash. And smash.
All right. So, the next one is Ben Lewis. Now, Evelyn, you have seen him in action in Love Never Dies, and Catherine, you've seen Love Never Dies, correct?
Yes.
Okay, okay. So,
This guy.
so this is the Phantom from Love Never Dies, but he has also played the Phantom in the original musical as well. So we gonna take a look see at his original Phantom. Okay. I want to hear
So
you guys first. on this one.
I don't know if it was his singing that gave me like the little arm chills, or if it's because it's cold in here. But I didn't get chills, so I'm gonna go, I guess, with Smash.
All right. Catherine?
I'm gonna say pass just because of Love Never Dies.
You just can't get that
It's a
image out of your
smacker.
head.
It's not an easy smash. It's
Yeah,
it's on the cusp. It's a smash.
I feel like I haven't seen him in the original enough to really go off of his acting choices as the Phantom. I've only seen him acting wise in Love Never Dies, in which he's a total asshole. Like I did not like Eric's character in Love Never Dies. I think it was extremely just wrong. He just became a complete asshole all of a sudden. The thing about his voice, sometimes I feel like there's a little too much like forced vibrato. Like you can tell it's kind of
Yeah.
not natural vibrato. And it's kind of distracting to me. Now I get a pretty good general vibe of him as the Phantom, so I do like him as the Phantom, but he's not a smash for me, so I think I might say pass too.
Apparently, I just smashed them all. Apparently,
You're just gonna smash them all. See, a lot of people would think that I was just gonna smash them all. Now, there's one of them that none of us are gonna. I put that in there on purpose, but but I mean, it's hard for me with Ben Lewis. I don't know. He's not a smash Phantom for me, but I do like him as the Phantom. So that's a difficult one. All right, so our next one is Howard McGillin, and he holds the record for the longest running Phantom on Broadway. I think really, even if you count London. This was my first Phantom when I went to see it on Broadway. And I have always had opinions. This is kind of awkward because I am friends with him on Facebook. I tried to stay away from doing Smash or Pass on Phantoms that I actually know personally or kind of talk to on Facebook a little bit, just on the off chance they ever saw this. But I mean, as you guys know my embarrassing story with Howard McGillin about how I kind of blurted out that I was in love with him when I was 5. So, how much more damage could I really do? I figured that the damage has been done, so I might as well just.
I remember that too.
God, it still haunts me. I'm friends with his partner on Facebook as well, and he actually asked me about the story, and his his response was just, "Oh," like he didn't laugh or anything. Like I was like, "Okay, I'm just never gonna live this down ever." Okay, anyway, we're gonna get back on track here. So,
turn your face away from the garish light of day. Turn your thoughts away from cold, unfeeling light. And listen to the music of the night.
all right.
Smash. I like him a lot.
Smash.
Like, I think he puts the most feeling into it. Like, you can, because his voice, rises and falls. Like,
he's really
you
good
can
with
feel
dynamics.
the emotion a lot more than just... The other ones show emotion, but I think his voice shows the most emotion. It's like,
yeah. He's actually
turn on, so.
regarded in general as one of the best Phantoms, if not the best Phantom of all time, and it's definitely a smash from me for sure. And if he ever sees this, well, I already embarrassed myself as it is. There's no recovering at this point. So, but yeah, he is absolutely fabulous. And I actually, when I went to New York and I met Ben Crawford, who's current Phantom on Broadway, he actually was like, you know, we can't all be Howard McGillin, who literally is the Phantom and just sits there and floats around on stage. And so it's like he's like the standard that everybody feels like they have to live up to. So yeah,
I agree.
he's fucking fabulous. And I'm so glad he was my first Phantom that I got to see him live. All right. Next, we have Hugh Panaro. Now, had I been older, this probably would have been on my let's not cover him list, because my parents have actually met Hugh Panaro. I have not, despite him being one of my favorite Phantoms. They met him at some fundraiser when I don't even know how old. And neither of them knew who he was. So they just have these pictures hugging him and stuff, posing with him or whatever. And I went back through these pictures like a few years ago, and I was like, are you f***ing joking? Like, they were like, yeah, we didn't know who he was. There's a lot of internalized rage from that. But we're gonna take a listen to him so I can prove to you guys.
Leave all thoughts of the world you knew before. Let your soul take you where you long to be. Only then.
That's a smash. He has a very clear, smooth voice. Yeah.
And his acting, like, he is so, like, just delicate and, like, I mean, it's a straight up smash for me. His point of no return is also just like, he gets really handsy during point of no return. I remember seeing those videos and I was like, well then, but yeah, he's got another voice that just makes you kind of like
Yeah.
a little bit.
Like it's more effortless. Like
Right.
he's not trying or having to put too much vibrato in it to hold the note or anything like
Yeah.
that. So it's nice.
It comes very naturally.
He pulls off that seductive
Yeah.
factor of the Phantom.
He is
Oh, yeah.
very, very just seductive. Very. Sometimes I just don't even know how to describe it, but yeah, he is a brilliant Phantom, and he loved that role so much. Like, he was so into it, and he just
That's why he
has.
was handsy.
Oh yeah, he was so into that role. Like, he actually said that he used Susan Kay's Phantom novel to build his character, and so he likes to portray himself as the Susan Kay version of Eric, and that he said that, like, I think that was like one of his favorite books of all time. And so one of the things I love about him is just how much passion he had for the role. But yeah, for me, his Phantom is definitely a huge smash. All right.
Agreed.
Now, we're going to take a look at Anthony Warlow. Now, I know you guys probably don't know a ton about him. He played the Phantom in both London and Australia. And there's actually footage of him playing the Phantom with Anna O'Byrne, who played Christine in Love Never Dies in the like recorded version. Um, and he also was the voice of Jekyll and Hyde in the concept cast recording um, of the musical, and that's actually where I first fell in love with his voice. And then I found out later that he had also played the Phantom, and I just kind of lost my shit a little bit. So, with that backstory in mind, if anybody has not heard his recordings of the Jekyll and Hyde, it's oh man. So, take a little
Turn your
peek.
face away from the garish light of day. Turn your thoughts away from cold unfeeling night, and listen to the music of the night.
I wish I could have just kept that one going.
I got lots of arm chills. I don't know if you can like see them, but I
Oh,
do.
oh
So
yeah. I get the chills whenever I listen to his voice. But hey, his recording of the title song is also incredible. Um, yeah, he's a definite smash for
oh
me.
yeah.
Catherine?
Yeah. Smash it is.
Yeah, that's a super smash. Like some of them, I'm like, this is like a 5-star smash. Like this is 100% like.
This is like a first base, but not the second base kind of smash.
Yeah, there's bases of but most of the Phantoms, I think there would be some allowance of smash, but as far as like we go it all the way and stuff that Anthony Warlow and a couple of the other ones are
Oh my god.
excellente, senor. All right, so we
Oh my
have kind of
god.
moved on from Andrew Lloyd Webber Phantoms, and now we are moving into some uh, other Phantoms from films. And so we are going to start with Robert Englund from the Phantom of the Opera movie from 1989.
Familiar, but
I was about to say 1983, but that was a completely different movie. Uh, so, I have I did not enjoy this movie all that much as a Phantom film. I did not enjoy the movie. But I am not going to let my personal bias get in the way here, and I will let you guys kind of. So he's not singing here; it's just kind of a line. But ignore my personal bias and just give your own thoughts. In fact, I'm gonna shut up before we do any more of these, because I feel like I want your first reactions.
Christine, you are the angel. You are my voice. Together we'll have London at our feet. Christine, come to me, and I will give you everything.
Okay.
no. Pass. One, because it's weird seeing
Nope.
him in a role like that. Also, I just watched Bones for like the 10th time, and he was just in it. So
I
and he just sounds like it doesn't sound seductive like Phantom. It just sounds pervy
it's a little
and
creepy.
creepy.
Yeah, but that's
And
kind of
and
his character in
but
that he's
his
not a
nose-
It
sexy
kind of
Phantom.
fits that.
why is his nose like a
Well, it
beak
kind
in
of
this
fits
movie?
that weird age thing you mentioned
Yeah, it's
about the Phantom. So he brought that to life.
yeah, um this one's a
But-
big NO pass for me.
No.
Um Yeah,
It gives me the heebie-jeebies, not the good kind. So
right. He gives a different now he wasn't really supposed to be a sexy phantom. That's not what he was like meant to be portrayed as, but some people are into that. So, but, whatever. Um so yeah, I think that's a definite pass. Oh, and the reason his nose is like that, Evelyn, is because he has no nose in that, and he puts a prosthetic one on, but
it
not a.
looks like a beak, and then it looks kind of like Star Trek alien. So
I don't feel
that's what I
terrible.
got.
Like I love Robert
Kinda.
Englund. I love Robert Englund as an actor, but even he is not terribly proud of the Phantom film, and he thought it was going to be very different than what it turned out to be when he signed on for it. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, as the Phantom, I just can't, especially the type of Phantom that he was cast as, because he was meant to be creepy and everything in that, and he's legitimately like a mass murderer. There's no redemption moment at the end. It's yeah. He wasn't a phantom anybody was really meant to find sexy, but some people I ain't gonna judge. Next one we're going to do is Lon Chaney Sr. He was the Phantom in the 1925 Silent Phantom. And there went the boyfriend. We apparently all of us that are we got free passes to do this from our significant others. But yeah, so he is 100% my favorite Phantom of all time. And okay, so I put two different scenes in here actually that really the ones that really solidified him as the Phantom for me, and so I'll let you guys have your thoughts. This is the second scene. Okay. So, our
I don't
oldest.
know. It's not a smash, but it's not a pass either.
I can
Because,
see
like,
that.
one is silent film, but he's still, like, the first one you showed. We lost Cat.
Okay,
Okay,
there
we
she
lost
is.
you. Yeah. Like,
So,
for silent film, like, the first, like, scene you showed, you felt kind of bad for the guy. Like, you could tell that even you kind of felt kind of bad. But it's not really a smash, but you do feel for the dude.
okay, Catherine.
I think he's precious.
He really is. He especially like in the beginning, he was one of the most one of the phantoms you could sympathize the most
I
with.
mean,
Yeah.
I remember watching it with you, and the whole time we were just like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, because you feel bad for him. Like,
Oh yeah, he's very much a phantom that you feel for up until the end when he becomes super crazy because Hollywood they decided to change the ending. It was gonna end like LaRue's novel, and he was gonna let her go, and it was gonna be, and you can see that throughout like 99% of the film, that's where that was heading, and that's the kind of Phantom that he would have been. And then all of a sudden, he just does a 180 at the very end, and decides, nah, I'm not. I'm just gonna run off with you and just like it didn't make any sense. He just did this complete 180 as a character, and most people, including him, were very upset about it. He did not. He was very, very mad about the change in the ending. And I wish they had kept the original ending, as do a lot of people. But for me, he is a smash. I don't know if it's just because he is the most LaRue accurate Phantom we have. We lost Catherine again. But I think maybe it's just because he's the most LaRue accurate Phantom, and that's uh the Phantom that I personally just absolutely fell in love with the most. But anyway, for me, he is a smash. I adore Chaney. I adore his Phantom, and he makes my heart melt. And just yeah. So,
No.
Catherine, when we get you back, it's your turn. When we once more get you back.
I will say Smash because he is one of my favorites too.
I adore him.
Real quick before it gets,
There you
he's
go.
adorable. I love him.
And those like the hand gestures that he's just so expressive. And his parents were actually deaf, and so he communicated through sign language, and that's one of the reasons he became just such an expressive actor, was because he was used to
Oh.
having to um be that for his parents. And I personally think he's a very seductive Phantom because of some of those, like, that is like what really gets me, is that whole moment. And he's all like, that's where I sleep, reminds me of that dreamless sleep that cures all ills forever. I can quote that movie all freaking day long. All right. And now I believe this is the last one that I chose to end on a real banger.
I knew you were gonna put him in here.
So
Just knew it.
we are going to be talking about our just everybody's favorite Phantom, Julian Sands. I honestly, I picked probably the cringiest clip. It was hard to pick and so I tried to pick like the sexiest clip out of all the other ones. Um, but I actually chose the cringiest clip of Julian Sands as the
Um,
Phantom for this, just to make everybody suffer, including myself. I don't know why I do this to myself, but
Thanks a lot.
Right. That's true friend.
oh yes. Oh god, here we go.
Your perfume, your female smell, it flows through my veins like the melody of the rolling ocean. Scarf.
Take it.
Oh. Why?
I told you I picked the cringiest clip. Oh my god. I think on the count of 3, we just give our very obvious answer. Pass!
No.
Absolutely pass. Oh my
That would.
god.
Yeah, no.
Oh, that was the hardest pass. That
There
they're
are so many
really
things
I'm
wrong with that
surprised I
movie.
don't have nightmares about him.
right. I think
You don't dream
gives
about
me
him, right, Catherine?
right. Yeah, I hope you're not having. Oh my god! Like I
Oh,
scarred
I just
Tyler for life with that movie.
I remember you and Ashley just basically laughing at me while I was watching that.
Oh, it's
the whole
hilarious
time.
showing it to anybody for the first time. It's fantastic to just see, like,
I'm
and
not a
we were
phantom,
both
I'm a
drinking
rat.
heavily. 10 out of 10 script writing, you know. Oh my,
Hello, Mr. Phantom. I love animals.
I love it. I've always admired you, Mr. Phantom. I'm not a phantom.
I love
You're
animals.
a rat. Who wrote the script? I never even actually went back and saw if like Dario Argento actually wrote that script or not. Whoever. There were so many choices.
I just love
Why?
the cannibalistic bit like that.
Yeah. He decides he's gonna bite the manager's nose off. Oh,
You know,
I
that whole
had
movie
to.
was just her talking to herself. Well,
Yes.
talking to
Yes.
him, but
Oh,
they
yeah.
didn't.
Yes,
Nah,
I can
nah.
hear you. What do you want me to do? Ah! Like, what did that accomplish? Oh my god. Yeah, so I had to throw that in there just to. If none of
I
the
knew
other
you
ones
were
got a
going
big
to.
reaction, we were gonna get at least one.
I knew you were going to.
Oh yeah, I had
Right,
to.
you kind of have to. It's like,
And you know, this was only a handful of phantoms. There are many, many more out there, and so now that we actually kind of know what we're doing as far as getting the recording set up and everything, this could easily be a series. There are many
oh
more
wow.
phantoms to explore. And just drool over. Or not.
In
Like Julian.
context, that's gonna sound really bad.
Yeah. Well, thank you girls for joining me on this little adventure. And for your input. I would not have trusted anyone else with this. But yeah, I'm glad to have us all finally in a video together.
Right.
Thank you both for being a part of this. It's been a lot of fun, and I would love to do it again if you guys are game. Hopefully, we
Of
won't have
Yeah.
course.
many technical issues next time.
I'm always game for smashing.
All right, Phantom friends. That was Phantom of the Opera Smash or Pass. Again, thank you to my dear friends Evie and Catherine, and we will hopefully see them back very soon. Stay fantastic with a PH, and keep your hand at the level of your eyes.